was put here at the dawn of life on Earth to feed on the last breath of every one of you fuckers.
Hey guys, VALTORIOUS, the Awoken here. Boys. That damn Castlevania was fucking good. Death's speech was like literally one of the best speeches, maybe of all time, because the way that he said the line about, every time I think about that damn line, I always fucking forget it. He was like, you fuckers and this and that, how he been on like the plane.
I was put here at the dawn of life on Earth to feed on the last breath of every one of you fuckers.
Fucking great. Absolutely great. And I was like, you know what? What if Guts, right, was actually in the Castlevania universe with the Berserker armor and everything? Now, I liked how, Carmilla's like sisters and stuff, like they had like the day armor. Like all of she had the day armor. And like the soldiers, her soldiers had like the day armor and stuff. And I, from the looks of it, I was looking. I said, "Wait a minute, does she got a berserker armor?" And then just like the idea just came to my brain. I said, "Yo, wait a minute. Yo, what if Guts was in? Yo, what if he was in this shit, right? And let's just say Dracula was alive and he's fighting against death. Because think about it like this, guys. It's like Guts is already fighting like godlike beings in the Berserk anime, right? Because you got the apostles and then you got the members of the God Hand and stuff. Like, he's doing a lot and they're doing a lot. So I'm like, in a sense, it would be crazy if he was in Castlevania. To be honest, I think it would be really easy for him when you think about it, because most of like the vampires in there may or may not prove a challenge. I shouldn't, I'm not gonna throw them all underneath the bus, say they ain't gonna do nothing, because what we seen when Alucard was fighting this vampire who was moving like he was Kratos with the whole axes, and he was teleporting. I was like, ooh, he was doing a lot there. So I'm not even gonna say no, because they was giving him a challenge. I was fucking tongue-tied. They was giving him a challenge, basically, and I'll say, yeah, if he was in this shit, right, and he's fighting up against let's just say Isaac's undead creatures, and then maybe Carmilla and stuff Carmilla did a lot. Carmilla just when she was fighting Isaac, this one was doing a lot, and I was just the way she was moving, I said, yo, if she would have fought Dracula, we know Dracula would win, but it's just she would get him that work. But I'm just thinking, speculating, if Guts would have fought Carmilla and stuff, she would give Guts that work, but again, Guts would win because it's Guts and stuff. And again, the beings that he's fighting in Berserk is 10 times stronger than the people and the villains and the enemies that is in Castlevania stuff, except for maybe Dracula and Death and Trevor and Alucard and Cypher. Yeah, except for the main peoples and stuff. But just regular vampires and the creatures that's there, it wouldn't be much of a struggle against Guts and stuff, because if it's just Guts in there in the Castlevania series and stuff, let's just say when the corridor opened up and let's just say Guts was fighting against one of the apostles, Guts came through and he's just okay, what's going on? Where's the God Hand? I was fighting up against Griffith and I was about to kill him. Let's just say he was fighting up against him, and then he just he came through the corridor and stuff, and then he's just yo, what's going on? And then you see these vampires, these other creatures, and he's killing them with ease and stuff, and it's not really a problem in a sense. So and he probably gets along with, I wouldn't say he gets along with, he probably meets Trevor and Cypher for a little bit, and he's just I want to get back to my world, and then he's explaining to them about the God Hand and the apostles, and they don't understand. They're sounds interesting. It sounds like a lot, compared to what they doing over there with the vampires and werewolves and the creatures that they fighting over there. you know, and then he breaks off for like a little bit, and he meets Alucard and shit, you know, and then they fight for like a little bit, but then it's like a draw because let's just say like a vampire show up with some shit, and then they kind of like, oh, okay, like you're this and that, and Guts doesn't really trust him because it's like the way, let's just say like Guts have PTSD, and the way Alucard is looking, it kind of reminds me of Griffith. He like, nah, I don't think I can trust you. I don't think we could be friends and shit. So it's just like, yo, come on. Like, who will disagree with that if Guts and Alucard was just to like have a thing? Cause he'd be like, nah, man, like the way you moving, like, yeah, I get it, but I had that time with my friend and we was cool, and you know, he became one of them things, and he did things to my woman, and nah, I don't know, but yo, and then Alucard could like tell him and shit. He'd be like, well, you know, I didn't understand those things myself until I was tied down and I was enjoying myself, but then I had to kill some people and impale them in front of my father's castle. So I mean, you know, I guess we got something in common. Shit. But I'm telling you guys, but like Guts in Castlevania would just be, it would be too, I think it'd really be playtime for Guts and stuff. Like real men Guts, like obviously most of like I said before, like the vampires and the creatures in there may or may not prove too much of a threat to him. And then on top of that, he has like the berserker armor. And the only real challenge I would say that would provide Guts would be Dracula. Dracula probably like Alucard and stuff, because you know with that, and you know them doing a lot and shit, and then magics that's involved, and you know, even if he was to get impaled or whatever, he has like the berserker armor, and it fixes you know, it fixes him up, you know, like he doesn't what is it, like he has like pain resistance? No, not pain resistance. Yeah, he has some sort of form of like tolerance towards pain. I was trying to get that shit out because I was just fucking thinking about that damn death speech and shit.
I was put here at the dawn of life on Earth to feed on the last breath of every one of you fuckers.
But yeah, I think that probably like the only challenge that he would really have is like death and Dracula and stuff. So he would have to put on the berserker armor and to like fight these two peoples and stuff, because yeah, it would be insane. And the only way he would be able to get back to his universe if he was to find like Tremaine and stuff, and he finds him, and then he's just like, well, you know, let's go back. I need to go back because I got a lot of people waiting for me. I don't even belong here and stuff. Because remember when people was talking about that whole crossover between, I guess it was like a rumor, but it was like Castlevania and Devil May Cry, and turns out like it never really happened. So it's kind of sad when you look at it, because we wanted to see with Dante, Nero, or possibly Virgil in the Castlevania series and stuff. Now that would have been a very interesting thing to see them in and stuff, since the corridor, you know, it exists like all these other universes and stuff. So it wouldn't be a surprise like if Nero, Dante, or Virgil, or Lady, or Trish, one of them was to show up in the Castlevania series, or if Guts would have showed up in like the Castlevania series, and he's fighting off against all these other like vampires and mythical creatures, and he's teaming up with like Trevor and Cypher, or he teams up a little bit with Alucard until he does his own thing for like a little bit and stuff like that. Would be insane. That would literally be insane and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, because when you think about it, like the Castlevania series and the world and the lore itself is literally like the same as Berserk. It's just that in Berserk, like they dealing with godlike beings, god hand members, and a lot of crazy shit, compared to like Castlevania, where it's only Dracula. And Dracula's overpowered, and he does like a lot of overpowered things, but it's always Dracula, and Death, I should say, because Death in like the lore of Castlevania has always been Dracula's right hand man. So anything, if Dracula dies or whatever, is either the cultist members, is either the cult members that has to be responsible of bringing back Dracula, or it's Death that's pulling the strings in the shadows to bring back Dracula and stuff. So it's just like, yeah, it's really like the lore itself is, you know, it's crazy, you know, and there's a lot that goes on with it and stuff. So it's just like, yeah, but compared to like Berserk, where Guts is fighting literally everybody. Like he's fighting like, yeah, there was a time like he was fighting like human soldiers, but then it became demons, and then apostle members, and then God hand members. So it's a whole lot of things with this man and stuff compared to like Castlevania, where they fighting up against Dracula. Very overpowered, this man, very overpowered. But and then it has like a generational line that goes on and on and on and on after Trevor to fight up against Dracula and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, so like I said, if Guts was in like Castlevania, and everybody, like it would just be crazy, like just everybody dying, it's just so much carnage and chaos that's going on over there. It would be crazy though. I mean, Death would probably catch a hard on for this man, because he'd probably be like, oh shit, he over here doing all this shit. Oh shit, oh God, I love this man. Oh, you fuck, I want to keep you too. So like he would fucking catch a hard on for Guts if he would have seen in the level of madness that this man has and went through and shit. Like, oh my God, it would be absolutely insane. It would be absolutely insane and stuff, because those two, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know if like Trevor and Guts, like I don't know how like their relationship would be, because it's just like, Trevor's like this laid back kind of douchey guy, but he's funny at times, and then Guts, he's real man Guts all the fucking time with this man. So it's just like, I don't know, and then they just, like I said, they working together, they teaming up, he's trying to figure a way of going back to his reality and stuff, and they working together for like a little bit, then they find Jermaine and shit, and then I think the only person I would say that might know who he was is probably like Jermaine and stuff, because he would know and be like, oh, well, yeah, I know about you and your world, and the reason why he refused to go to that world is because of how crazy and how fucked up it is. So he's not trying to even go there, because he knows what's going on. He would prefer to go to the other worlds and universes that are like somewhat chill, and he can like manage around and stuff, because in the Berserk universe, yeah, there's kings and queens, well, kings, but we know what the true rulers are is the God Hand members and stuff, because they kind of the ones that run the show. And if you read the manga right now, it seems like Griffith is the one that's truly running the show, or putting the show together. So he wouldn't want to go there. He wouldn't want to go there and stuff. So yeah, Guts and Castlevania would be absolutely crazy. But yeah. If you like what you heard you like, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff, and I catch you later.
It'll be fun, or I'll kill you right here, and you'll never, ever see her again.
It's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.